In this video, we're going to go ahead and take the latest and greatest DJI Osmo Mobile 3 against another foldable gimbal, the MOZA Mi S, to see which gimbal truly is the best cell phone gimbal in today's market. So the MOZA S was released back in April, the early spring of 2019, and actually succeeded in replacing my DJI Osmo Mobile 2. It was simple, it was somewhat compact, and when it comes to stabilization, it did a fantastic job. Its application, that's a whole different story. I'll talk more about it in a little bit. But let's go ahead and compare it and see how well it does against the DJI Osmo Mobile 3. Now both of these are currently the only two foldable cell phone gimbals in today's market. And when we compare the two side by side in their folded down position, the DJI is still smaller. And if you may have noticed, the DJI Mobile 3, it's just a single hand process to unfold, while the Mini S requires two hands, as is the two-hand operation because there's a release latch right here, while the DJI just solely relies on guided rails. Equipping a smartphone to these cell phone gimbals is just like any ordinary gimbal. It just simply latches on like so, and both have the bottom and top ports available, so in case you have to charge it, you have that port right there and available. Now when it comes to price affordability, the Mini S is right now the most affordable one out there, as it literally retails for around $80 and comes included with a much needed tripod, while the DJI, the starting price for its gimbal is $119. And if you want to get the combo package, which comes included with a tripod, which is a must, it's an additional $20. And all it really does come with is just a Osmo labeled traveling case, which seems to be really generic, and also a $8 mini tripod, which you could buy these separately for cheap, which is what I did for mine. But for affordability, that has to go to the Mini S. But that all varies on how well it performs against a top dog gimbal like DJI. Now when it comes to comfort, I gotta give this to DJI. DJI did a fantastic job finally in designing a handheld gimbal that's actually, for once, very comfortable to hold. You have all the button controls right there and available, and I'm really happy that they brought back the trigger. The Mini S, it's comfortable in some ways, but all the plastic, all the buttons feel very cheap. The DJI has like this nice silicone grip that definitely does help keeping everything feeling ergonomic. But comfort has to go to the DJI. The MOZA Mi S just feels like it's a long stick with buttons. Now a new piece of hardware that the DJI Osmo Mobile 3 has over the Mini S is if you want to switch your phone from portrait mode to landscape mode, you have to manually power off the gimbal or put it in sleep mode and rotate it manually and then boot it back on. Now the Mobile 3, DJI did a fantastic job in re-engineering everything. The little bracket is now like an L shape. If you may notice, the benefits of this is that the little motor will no longer get caught in the shots, which commonly would happen on these style gimbals. The Mobile 3, it has an L-shaped bracket in the back, so the motor is out of the shot. You're less likely to ever get that motor in frame. And thanks to this redesign, DJI also utilizes the current motor that's behind the handle, so that whenever you double tap on the M button, it will automatically rotate from portrait mode to landscape mode really quick. It works incredibly well and saves you a lot of time and hassle from having to reposition the gimbal by hand. You could literally just switch it on the go easily with no issues. Now when it comes to shooting time-lapse, motion time-lapse, both of these do a fantastic job. As you can see, they both look almost identical. Of course, it varies on the phone you're using, but both will get the job done. Now, something that quickly came in mind when I was shooting these time-lapse: battery life. Battery life is always crucial, especially when it comes to shooting a lot of time-lapse. And between these two, let me break it down as quickly as possible. The best battery life has to go to the DJI Osmo Mobile 3, as it can get up to 15-hour battery life under a single charge. The Mini S, disappointingly, comes nowhere near. For being a larger size gimbal, it gets a disappointing only 5 hours of battery life under a single charge. Because of that, this is also probably the reason why the Mini S does not have support to charge your phone on the go. So although you have that port available, you can only plug it into an external power bank if you carry one around, while the DJI It has a full USB-A port right there where you can plug in any cable that you need to charge your phone while you're shooting. But now, the most important question of them all. How well do these cell phone gimbals perform side to side when it comes to stabilization? After all, that is their sole purpose. The video side-by-side footage, I mean, they're almost identical. If I wasn't labeling them, you probably wouldn't really notice. Now, moving at a fast pace, they both do an excellent job. Now, the MOZA Mini S does have its advantage right now because it's equipped with a Pixel 3a phone, so that one has a much better image quality compared to my iPhone 10 that's equipped on a DJI. But if you ignore the resolution part of things, the stabilization, they both do an excellent job from preventing any jitteriness, because we could still make out the trails and other objects at a fast pace. Now, the best thing about these two gimbals is that they both support active tracking, but one does it far better than the other. For example, active tracking on the MOZA Mini S only works when the camera is on landscape mode, and even once you make a square around the subject you want to track, it has a really hard time in keeping up, as there's been multiple times where this thing fell on me and just simply loses track. Now with the DJI on the other hand, DJI has been improving this by 3 generations already. We are currently at Active Track 3.0, and I gotta say, compared to the other gimbals that I owned in the past by DJI, this one definitely is one of the most advanced. It's really challenging for this gimbal to actually lose track of you, and you can also do this hands-free, as there's like gestures controls you can enable, or you can pull the trigger button. It will automatically track the nearest face that's close to the camera. And this, yes, works on both landscape mode and portrait mode, so it has no limitations. And if it does loses you, the software is smart enough to re-identify the subject and begin tracking her right away. So for the best face tracking technology, DJI Mobile 3 has it, hands down. And I cannot forget to mention, other key components that the DJI Osmo has over the Mini S is that it has a lot more features in its application. Not only is the active track far more improved, but you got a much cleaner layout in my opinion. But DJI has something called story mode, which is really incredible and works really well. What it does, basically, it will automatically create content for you, so you can upload on Facebook or Instagram or other social media platforms on the go. As soon as you click on a theme that you like, all you gotta do is record the parts and the software will take it from here, leaving you with these epic, professionally looking edit videos that was made within just a couple of minutes compared to 30 minutes behind a computer if you do it yourself. The MOZA Mini S does not offer this. So all in all, it all comes down to this. If your sole purpose is just to find the perfect cell phone gimbal that gives you the most bang for your buck, if all you really care for is stabilization, the Mini S is definitely a better value. It not only comes included with a mini tripod, but it also has the latest port, so that means it has a USB-C port and it's able to fold, so it's somewhat compact. But if you're looking for like all the features, the more complete package, I would recommend going with the DJI. It's only $40 more. You could pick up the mini tripod for under $8, so you don't really have to throw in an extra $20 to get the combo pack like what I did. The face tracking is there if in case you have to record something and you don't have a cameraman nearby, you can allow the gimbal to do it for you. And remember, keep in mind, since it does have a 15-hour battery life, unlike the Mini S, it's only limited to 5. This gimbal has a full USB port that could charge your cell phone. And another thing to quickly note, when they're both folded down, locked in, the DJI is more sturdy than the Mini S. The Mini S rattles if you shake it when it's in its floating position. But at the end of the day, it always just comes down to you, because everybody needs is different. But if I helped answer some of your questions, your concerns you had between these two gimbals, I'll greatly appreciate if you actually leave this video a like. And if you're planning on picking one of these gimbals up, make sure you use my affiliate links in the video description down below. Though they don't cost you anything, all it does is just send a small kickback to the channel, allowing me to continue improving my content, creating content like this for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to use those links. Make sure to also like and do get subscribed, especially if you enjoy tech videos like this. But again, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.